As has already decided to sit back and blend with her guide. Welcome, everyone.
Hi.
I do ask that you mute yourself. This is going to be put up on YouTube, so if you guys don't want to be on YouTube, you might want to also turn the camera off. As long as I've seen you before you did, you're fine. It's most of you. Okay. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming. I'll slowly be letting people in if there's any latecomers. And we want to thank Spirit for being here also. I can feel their energy very strongly now amongst the group. Guys, we'll go into she's going into trance and her guide will come forward. After her guide finishes speaking, her guide will take questions. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but we've had some new people come in. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand or you can put it in the chat and I'll ask it for you. When you do ask questions, please do not ask questions of past loved ones or medical.
Mm. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, my dear. Thank you for this opportunity. Stepping over the threshold with my child. Mhm. Good afternoon, everybody. Beautiful energies indeed. Now then, I wish to address you all before I will take some questions. I wish to speak today about the journey within, the greatest journey of your life, my dear ones. For when you take that journey within, you start to heal, you start to find yourself and know thyself, and you will start to walk upon your spiritual pathway. It is one of the most wondrous journeys you can embark on. Get to know thyself first. Know your energy. Know the essence of you. Meditate and blend. And listen to all the various teachings that can be taken. For you will learn a vast amount upon your journey. But know this, my friends, you are all unique and individual people. So what resonates for one person might not resonate for the next. So upon your journeys, my friend, make sure you listen well and take on board what suits you. Do not argue what you disagree with. Just let it pass you by, my friends. Let it go. For like I say, you are all different indeed. Once you have got to the stage of knowing your own energy, then if you wish, it's time to start blending with your guides and find out their energy. Now, just as you are all unique and individual people, so are your guides. Do you know one of the most asked questions upon your spiritual path that we hear on this side? Who are you? Who is my guide? We wish to express to you, my friends, it is of no importance whatsoever who we are. Yes, some of you are lucky enough to be given a name. Some of you will give your guides a nickname, something that resonates between you and your guide only, and it brings that connection. But the most important part of getting to know your guide or your guides is their energy. For every energy is unique. It's like a blueprint, and it will feel differently. It will carry different colors and resonate at different frequencies. And this is what you aspire to learn, to lift, and to blend to, as we lower our energies and blend with you too. Each guide will give you a different calling card. Maybe a pressure on the head, maybe a tickle on the chin. It is for you and you alone to discover for yourself as you take the journey within. Yes. Now then, my friends, Here is the important part. For those of you that do not know who your guides are with their names, do you realize, as you humans may have had various past lives, that your guides too may have incarnated many, many times down on Earth? And some of these very, very old souls have incarnated that many times, my friends, they forget who they are. So the ones of you that know who your guide are, just remember that that is a point in time that your guide remembers and remembers to bring forward for you. So this, my friends, is why it is not important for you to know who we are, but it is important for you to know that we are there, always, by your side. We cannot intervene with your day-to-day life, but you may ask us for help, and we will help in any way that we can. But we cannot do it without your permission. So that is also another pointer. Yes, indeed. And it is also respect to remember that you will have more than one guide in your team. So this is why it is important to spend the time upon your journey, to learn to meditate and blend, to feel the different energies of your guide and know the difference between them. So the journey within is a very, very long path indeed. But do not rush it, my friends. Walk before you can run. For those of you that take the long road, you will make fantastic mediums and trance mediums and healers. But those of you that push and want to run and want to do too much too soon, it will pitter-patter out. Yes, you will run out of steam, and then you will find yourself for long periods of time wondering what's going on when you hit the voids. This is because you have done too much too quickly, and we need to slow you down from the spirit world. So aspire to be who you are at the time that you are meant to be. Do not compare yourself to anyone else upon their journey, for as I have just spoken about, you are all unique individual people, and so are your guides. So why want to aspire to be like somebody else when you are not like them in the first place? Your guides won't be like that person's guides either. This is what development is all about, my friends. It is about you developing with your guide, with your energy and your gifts, working out how you work with your guides and how you can best work together. So no comparison must be made, for that will impel upon your journey. Indeed. So like I say, my friends, practice daily. Send your love and gratitude to your guides, because it is there from them without even thinking about it. Learn to blend from the heart space. Feel the unconditional love that we send down to each and every one of you. Send it back and you will go deeper and deeper into the blend, and you will learn some wondrous things from your guides. But, as I was saying earlier, my dear friends, as you humans are all individual people, so are your guides. And as guides, we do not know everything, nor do we aspire to do. But we have our realms that we have our interests in. And this does pen back to the various lifetimes we have had upon the earth. Yes, your guides will have personalities. They will also have thoughts and feelings as well, because why not? You are energy, I am energy. You have a body, but I don't. But I can still have the feelings, and I can still think. So remember that upon your path as well, my friends. Now then, I feel I have spoken for long enough. So don't be shy, my friends. Come forward with your questions, and I will do my best to answer them in the best way possible.
Thank you, Spirit. I have a question from Angela. Why is there so much war on Earth at the moment?
This is a good question indeed. This is nothing at all to do with the spiritual world. War is made by man. It is human ego and greed is war. But as the earth is transitioning, it is also a catalyst. For so many are waking up now to the fact that war gets you nowhere. So as more people wake up into that spiritual realm of the love and the light and grace and compassion and caring, more people are standing up and saying no to war. Slowly, slowly, slowly over time, war will be eradicated, but not just yet. But you can say that about a lot of things down on your human earth. Things are coming to light. Things are being shown to people where it hasn't been shown over the decades. And people that are awakening up are starting to say, this is no good. This cannot continue. So therefore the people are rising up to say no. So remember, you must keep that love and light in your heart and send your love, light, and healing over to the war-torn countries, to the people that are going through pure hell down there. But also don't forget the leaders, to send them your love and your light, for when the light is sent, it will start to eradicate the darkness that is over there. For where there is light, darkness cannot reside. So it is the energy of love that needs to be sent around the world. I hope I have answered that question. I have done it to my best of my abilities, my dear.
Thank you. Very good. Madeline asks, as a beginner, what is the best way to approach trance mediumship?
Very good question, my dear. For we all have to start somewhere, do we not? Even your guides will be questioning, when is she going to start? Because I want to start to learn too. Because your guides are assigned to you. So if you feel this pull in your heart to wander down the road of trance, get some lessons. Look for the beginner's lessons. Best pointer I can give you, my dear, is to hold no expectations whatsoever. Just learn to sit and to blend. Learn to open your heart space and to reach out, to expand your aura and to raise your frequency and vibration. To hold no fear, to trust, and to let go is a must. But remember that practice makes perfect. To wander down the trance road, you have to have dedication within your heart. It's not a journey that you can follow lightly. Sitting in your own power daily is a must. I feel. I feel this. Not everybody will, but it helps you to steady your energy and to learn about your own energy before you even start to bring your guides in. I hope that helps, my dear.
Thank you. Lisa asks, can you share on what love is and why or how is it real?
What is love? What a beautiful question indeed. And I'll tell you this, my friends, love is not what you think it is. For down on your earthly plane, you say you are in love with this person, with that person, you are in love with doing this and that, but are you? Because really you think about it, it holds conditions. For when somebody does something, if you are in a relationship that you don't like, oh, that pet lip will go on. I don't like that. And then you turn round and say, I don't love you anymore. So, there goes the conditioning. So was it love? That is my question. No, it was not. Love. Love is the most important energy that you can imagine. It is a universal energy that each and every one of you can tap into. It is pure. It holds no conditions whatsoever. It is divine. From the divine creator, you were all born of this beautiful, spiritual, unconditional love. And that resides in your heart space, your beautiful white spark of that divine. Your creator created everything out of this frequency, this pure love. It is so high you could not comprehend it one iota. But you can feel an essence of it. If you learn to sit and blend with your guide, and you open up your heart space and send this love to your guide, and then ask for it to be sent back, I will be very surprised if tears do not fall from your eyes, for it is the most wondrous feeling that you humans can touch upon, to know this essence of true love with no boundaries. Your Creator loves you regardless of anything that you have done in your life, right or wrong. You are eternally loved. And when you go back over to the spirit world, then you settle back into this beautiful, loving energy, and you will remember what it is again. So I hope that goes a little way to answering that question, my dear, for it is a question that could go on for hours and hours, but I won't do that. So your earthly love is not love. Not really. Not really, because you do hold conditions with it. For those that don't, I commend you.
Thank you. Karen would like to know about the importance of forgiveness and how to achieve it, please.
Oh, what a question that is. It is extremely important to forgive and to forget in your human life. Because if you do not forgive people that have wronged you, how can you move forward in your life? For you have this energy holding you back. In here, this is where you forgive from. Your heart. Your heart is a very important piece of your body. Learn about the resonance of the heart. But to forgive is healing. Very much so. And yes, sometimes down on your earthly plane, as I hear from my child as well. She's going through this journey herself, believe it or not. But it is very, very hard to forgive somebody that has really wronged you in a really, really awful and bad way. But what can you achieve by holding on to this energy? For it makes you sad. It fills your mind with many questions, and there in turn, it holds you back from walking forward. So how do we forgive? We learn to work in the heart space. We learn about grace and compassion. We learn about love and light. We learn about self-love and self-care. One of the greatest ways of letting go of something that needs to be forgiven is to send it down to Mother Earth or send it up to Father Sky, and they will transmute that energy for you to help you walk forward. Just imagine some roots growing out of the soles of your feet down into Mother Earth. And just let those feelings flow down your roots. For Mother Earth loves you, she is part of the Creator, and she will help you to heal. So will Father Sky. There are also angelic beings that can come around and help with forgiveness. It all depends on how deep it resides within you, my friends. But learn to let it go. Learn to have that open mind, an open heart as you walk forward, for your frequency will heighten. Your manifestations will become brighter and brighter instead of on that level of you needing to forgive. I hope that has answered that question.
Thank you. Let me see. Dawn asks, can you practice transblending too much?
Personally, my dear, I don't think so. It all depends on the individual. But I would suggest at least one day a week you have for yourself. Transblending, as my child will say, can become quite addictive because it's a beautiful energy. You're feeling that love of the universe. You're feeling that love from your guides. You're feeling that wisdom from within. So yes, blend as much as you can, but have that one day a week for yourself. Because again, there is that balance that needs to come into play. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, does it not? So you are down here on earth. Do some earthly things and enjoy yourself. And then go back to your blending. It is a beautiful thing indeed. My child used to blend every day, but she now says, I am having 2 days off a week. Because she has much to do, and she has learnt this. You do not want to burn out. So do please, please, my friends, make sure you do something for yourself on this earthly life. I hope that helps.
Thank you. Angela asks, is our Earth in much danger with the weather and all the changes happening, or is this just evolution?
That is easy answered, my dear. In fact, you answered that question yourself. It is evolution. The world is just transcending. Think back over the eons of history. We've had the Ice Age, the Metal Age, and all the other ages. The dinosaurs walked the earth. We are just creating change. The magnetic poles have shifted slightly, which is creating change within your weather, with the geography of things on your earth. But it will pass. It will pass, my dear. It is nothing out of the normal. Nothing out of the normal, really. Weather happens. Do not worry about these things. It is what it is.
Thank you. Nico asks, what more can I do for my spirit team? I feel as if I'm receiving more from them than I am offering to them. What more can I do for them? If there is time for my question, I'll put that in there too. I'm reading.
Ah, my friend. What a question indeed. You are doing your utmost with your spiritual work, my friend. What you need to do is to stop and smell the roses and look back at your development to show yourself exactly how far you have come. Your spirit team stand behind you, proud. Proud indeed, for your light is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And this is being shown within the groups, is it not? You are getting the feedback now. But remember, my friend, keep it real, keep it real. Yes, let your personality shine, for your energy lifts the spaces where you go. But keep it real, my friend. Just keep to your development and let your guides through the way that you are doing. Always question. The questions are good. But start to send those questions to your guides and let your guides answer them for you. And just see what you receive back. You will be surprised, my friend. Keep on down that road. You have travelled a long way already. And there is a long way still to go, of course, for we never stop learning upon the spiritual path. Keep that heart bright and light, as it always has been, my friend. We are very pleased with your progress indeed. Keep shining, my friend, keep shining.
My red asks, how do I build spiritual stamina and not fortitude?
Can you repeat that, my dear?
How do I build spiritual stamina and fortitude?
How do I build spiritual stamina and fortitude? Strange question. How would you do it in your day-to-day life with your earthly body? You look after it, do you not? Spiritual hygiene? Yes, spiritual hygiene. Cleanse your auric field often. It's all to do with about sitting in the power, learning the energies. Feed your vessel correctly, what it needs. Yes. And certainly get out of the head space and move down into your heart space. The more that you walk down your spiritual path, the more you will learn about this, my dear. You have to work out what is right for you, for everyone is different. Everyone is different indeed. Everybody has a different body that works differently. As you can see, my child's body doesn't work correctly. It used to bother her for years. No, it doesn't. She just gets on with it. So maybe that is the energy that you need instead of wondering about these questions. You step forward and do what you have to do upon your spiritual journey and work from the heart space. You will learn as you go along what it is that you need, and your guides may dangle that carrot in front of you. It is up to you and your personal choice if you choose to follow or not. So, self-love and self-care, always, always indeed. But it is always good to check in with your energy fields. Very much so. For as you walk down your spiritual path, you are also walking down your path of healing. People say, what am I healing? Well, you are healing various things from various lifetimes. Some things are healing that you have no idea about at all. It's all going on in the background, and it is of no consequence. But check in with your chakra points. Keep those nice and clean and open, because they work as a conduit with spirit. I hope that helps, my dear.
Thank you. Aaron asks, when sitting quietly with spirit, does setting intentions before sitting hamper how spirit may wish to work with you? Is it better just to sit rather than try and control the interaction with intention?
Now, this is a good question. It all depends what you are going to be doing at the time. My child has learned this one over the last few months. Sometimes you need to set an intention. If you work with one modality, fair enough. But if you work with more than one, you need to set an intention. So, for instance, if you are going to work with mental mediumship, what is the point of sitting for trance? Therefore, you need to set that intention to work with mental mediumship. And again, if you are going to sit for healing, what is the point in sitting for trance? It is something different, so you need to set the intention that you are going to work within the healing. So my point is, my dear, basically, you are in control of us. We are not in control of you. And that is a lesson that many of you need to learn upon your path. You hold the reins. You have full control. Stop expecting us to give you everything and do everything for you. Take some of that glory yourself, my dear ones. Set the intention. If you decide you don't want to do trance on a Friday, let us know. Then we know we don't want to do trance on that day. Simple as. If you talk to us more, then that repertoire between us will come together, and each of us will know what we are doing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, my dear? You are in control all the time. And for those of you on your trance path, do you know that if you get to a point where you're feeling a little bit fearful, or it's getting a little bit too much for you, all you have to do is open your eyes. That is the control. Soon as you open your eyes, oomph, you are back. Yes, you might come back a bit quick. This is why we say it's always good to have a drink to help ground your energies back down into your earthly resonance. But you hold the control. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll just do a couple more questions here. Let me see. Sue asks, how do I know I am speaking my guide's words and not my own?
That is a question that most people will ask upon the trance journey. So, my dear, when you are learning trance at first, it may be 50% you and 50% us. But the words that are coming out that you think you are speaking will be inspired from us, even if we are not speaking them directly through you. We inspire you to speak them. So know they are coming from spirit. As you learn to speak more in trance, we get more and more. I'm going to say this word control, but I don't mean that word. But we get more control over the speaking aspect of it. Then we can come through. So as long as you are connecting in with your heart space and letting your head get out of the way, just know and trust that it is coming from spirit. When you watch people go into trance and speaking, do you feel it in your heart space, my friends? For you should do. And then you will know that is coming from spirit. But it takes a lot of practice to totally let your guide through. And this is why these circles are available for you to learn, grow, and practice within. So eventually, you will have that trust that your guide is there, and you will let go of holding back, and you will let them through. If you are sat there thinking, is this my guide speaking, or is this me speaking? Then, my dear, you are in your headspace. So it will probably be 50-50. Let those thoughts go and let your guides in fully. They cannot harm you. They just love you. I hope that helps.
Thank you. I'm going to ask one more question. What does it feel like for you to come through in trance, and why do you do it?
Well, it feels wonderful to come through in trance with my child. And why do I do it? It is my job in the spirit world. I chose this child many, many eons ago. We have walked the earth together many times. We have that bond. And you will find, if you go into the Akashic records and dig about, that if you have this bug of trance within your heart, you have done it many, many times before. So this is why my child had this longing to do trance work, for she has done it before with me, and we are doing it again. It is contractual for her to be doing this down on earth. So when you feel that passion and that bug of anything to do with any type of spiritual work upon your path, just remember, you call it learning. We call it remembering. I do hope that helps. I've explained that to the best of my knowledge. We are meant to be here doing this, to bring the words from Spirit through, to help and to heal. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. We truly appreciate your time. Please take our love back with you.
Most certainly will, my dear, and thank you for all the work that you do for the spirit world. Your light is bright and pure, and we send our love to you as well, my dear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Kaz.
Thank you, Julie.
Does anybody want to ask Kaz any questions? Everybody went quiet. Any questions? Everybody just says thank you.
Oh, bless.
Kaz, I have a question for you.
Okay, Nico.
Beautiful job, by the way.
Thank you.
It's a question for everybody, I'm assuming. You, as the medium, throughout that duration, how did you do? Did you feel yourself popping in? Were you out of it the whole time? Where were you at the whole duration? How did you feel with that?
That's pretty hard to explain, to be fair. It's like here, but I'm not. It's back there. Obviously, I can't hear anything. I'm aware that I'm speaking. I'm really hot, which is unusual. But it's like I just let them get on with it. That's the best way I can say it. I just let them get on with it. I don't try to force anything. I just connect and let them through. Obviously I don't know what's being said. I'm aware I'm speaking. I think personally, if I could hear what's being said, I would start questioning it. So maybe that's why I don't hear what's being said, because I am a bit of a Parker, to be honest. I'm like that. I'm inquisitive. So I feel that's probably why I don't hear it. I don't retain anything. But I'm like that with anything that I do. If I'm doing card readings or anything like that, I don't retain the information. But at the end of the day, the information isn't for me anyway. It's for the sitter. So that's the important part. So as long as the sitter gets out of it what they need, job's done.
Good answer. Nico, if you're talking, I'm sorry. Were you talking? You were muted.
No. I said no. I just said thank you. Excellent
Oh,
answer.
okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you, Nico.
Does anybody else have any questions?
I think I saw a hand up earlier. Where have they gone?
Sometimes it gets answered. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's gone.
That was absolutely fantastic, Kaz. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you.
Extremely clear and extremely, from what I saw, you're absolutely out of the way, your personality. So it was clear energy coming through.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And the lady, Julie, who hosted it, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody else want any questions? And well, we thank you guys for coming. Appreciate your support.
Yes. Thank you all. Thank you. It's wonderful to know that there's people out there supporting us fledglings that are fledgling, and believe me, it's a big thing. And anybody else that's fledgling, I'll be there to support as well. So thank you all for attending. Much love and gratitude to you all. Thank you.
You deserve it.
You did a
Kaz.
great job, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Mwah.
That was great.
Good
Deserve
job,
it.
baby.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.